Imagine running for your life. Not from strangers, but from your own brother. A brother so angry, he has sworn to kill you. With nothing but a walking staff and the clothes on his back, one man flees into the wilderness. That man was Jacob. And what would happen to him on that lonely journey would change the course of history forever. The story begins after a terrible family conflict. Jacob had just received the blessing meant for his older brother Esau. Their father Isaac had unknowingly blessed Jacob instead. When Esau discovered the deception, his anger burned like wildfire. He made a deadly vow. As soon as our father dies, I will kill Jacob. Their mother Rebekah heard about Esau's plan and quickly warned Jacob. Your brother wants to kill you. You must run. So Jacob prepared for a journey that would take him far from home. Isaac sent him away to find a wife among their relatives in the land of Paddan-aram, where Rebekah's brother Laban lived. And so Jacob left everything behind. His home. His family. His inheritance. All because of one mistake. As the sun set on his first day of travel, Jacob stopped in a lonely place to rest. There were no houses. No shelter. Just stones and open sky. He took one of the stones, placed it under his head, and fell asleep. But that night, something extraordinary happened. Jacob had a dream. In his dream, he saw a ladder stretching from the earth all the way into heaven. And angels were moving up and down on it. Above the ladder stood God himself. God spoke to Jacob and said, I am the God of your grandfather Abraham and your father Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land you are lying on. Your offspring will spread across the earth. And through your family, all nations will be blessed. Then God made another promise. I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go. And I will bring you back to this land. Jacob suddenly woke up. His heart was pounding. He looked around at the empty wilderness and whispered in awe. Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. He was afraid. This is none other than the house of God, he said. This is the gate of heaven. The place where he slept would later be called Bethel, which means house of God. Jacob took the stone he had used as a pillow and set it upright like a pillar. Then he poured oil on it as a sacred offering. Jacob's promise. Standing there in that quiet place, Jacob made a vow to God. He said, If God will be with me, if he protects me on this journey, if he gives me food to eat and clothes to wear, and if I return safely to my father's house, then the Lord will be my God. And of everything you give me, I will give you a tenth. It was a powerful promise. Jacob was pledging 10% of everything he would ever gain. A tithe. After that encounter, Jacob continued his long journey. Eventually, he arrived in the land of the east. There he found shepherds gathered around a well. While speaking with them, he asked about a man named Laban. And they pointed towards someone approaching with a flock of sheep. It was a young woman. Her name was Rachel. She was Laban's daughter. The moment Jacob saw her, something stirred in his heart. The Bible tells us he rolled away the heavy stone covering the well and helped water her sheep. Then he kissed Rachel and began to weep. After weeks of fear and loneliness, Jacob had finally found family. Rachel ran home to tell her father. Soon Laban came rushing out to meet Jacob. He welcomed him warmly into his home. Jacob stayed there for a month. But he didn't want to live as a guest. He wanted something more. Rachel. The Bible says Rachel was beautiful and Jacob fell deeply in love with her. So he made Laban an offer. I will work for you 7 years, in exchange for Rachel as my wife. And the Bible says something remarkable. Those 7 years felt like only a few days to Jacob. Because of his love for her. But Jacob's story was far from over. The man who once deceived his brother. was about to face deception himself. And the journey that began with fear would turn into a life filled with struggle, faith, and destiny. Because the God he met at Bethel was still guiding his story.